All right, everybody. Welcome to Skeptalk Live, episode number 30, featuring ChattaTV. How's everybody doing tonight? I'll start with Jason. How you doing?
Fucking great, bro.
Shayna, sorry to cut you off there. We were having a little bit of a pregame talk here, but I was getting a little snarky. We gotta go.
We can continue the debate at some point.
Right. So, Shayna, how are you doing tonight?
I'm alive. It's
Excellent.
been a week already. It's only Tuesday.
And Chatta, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I beat Slave Knight Gale today in Dark Souls 3, so good
Fantastic.
Nice.
These are my accomplishments, but whatever. They're mine!
I just realized that Pants404 isn't a subscriber.
I'm back.
Yeah. Are you?
Did anybody else crash?
I didn't.
We didn't.
Okay.
Shayna and I did not.
Yeah, it looked like Discord went out crazy.
Yeah, that was real weird.
Yeah.
It did to me too.
Fixed now, and then I think everybody is in different order. Yeah, Discord just went crazy. So let me see if I can fix that here.
Yeah, Discord can be a little flaky sometimes.
So everybody's in the wrong order, and Shayna's camera doesn't exist. So let me see what I can do here. We're going insane. Technical difficulties, always gonna happen, right? So I'm seeing everybody up, right? And the cameras have swapped around, so let me... Like, I had this set up. I totally did. All right, camera 4 label is weird.
I'm Jason.
Camera. All right, that camera's working. It's just in the wrong spot now. People don't know, but this Discord's completely different. All right, and then Shayna's camera is.
Wait, what? It's saying I'm not subscribed.
Right, that's what I just said out loud, and then all of a sudden Discord went insane.
Oh wait, what happened?
I don't know. I said Jason's not subscribed anymore. Whoa!
It's
this
also
thing...
saying I have to pay for it.
Neat.
What's going on, Twitch?
It's been a month.
It hasn't been a month. I just re-upped a week ago.
Right.
A week and a half ago.
Dr. Disrespect ruining Twitch, dude.
I know, dude. He broke it.
He broke it.
I was trying to get on yesterday. Oh,
Right.
what is
We
happening?
had like 250,000 viewers when I caught.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You caught him early.
Yeah.
I fucking yeah. Twitch was going down, and I'm like, what is fucking happening? And then I had to go to class, and I was in class waiting for it to start, and I looked, and I see like AMD or some shit be like, Dr. Disrespect has returned, and I was like, oh, that's what fucking happened. He live streamed and broke it.
My girlfriend believes that it was all a publicity stunt. None of it was true. I kind of believe her.
Yeah, it kind of
they
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because all before, like, I watched him a lot, and he was, like, hey, I've got big things coming. There's a whole new thing coming.
Right. Exactly.
And
it's perfect
there's
timing.
actually, like, clues and stuff out there from other streamers that know him. And like that. Caught a video on YouTube that put stuff together, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think.
Assuming that the Discord doesn't sneeze and explode again, we should be good. It had a problem. But yeah, so let's get back into what we were doing. Okay.
Back on task.
Yeah. So as always, this is a fair use talk show. Everything that we're covering here is the news that happened in the world, and you can't own what happened. So go get wrecked. But our first piece of news is actually somewhat of an international tragedy. I'm calling this story "Fuck You History." Beep beep. So a 200-year-old United Nations World Heritage Site in Peru was damaged this weekend when a trucker intentionally drove a tractor trailer off the roadway. Are you guys familiar with what this is?
What?
I am.
Yeah.
I read it. It pissed me the fuck off. But it also, you tell the story, and then I want to talk about something.
Right. So, Shayna and Chatta, are you guys able to identify what this image is?
Yeah, it's like isn't that like Peru or something like that?
Right. The Nazca lines.
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
right.
I didn't know the name, but
Right. No problem. The famed Nazca Lines is a sprawling series of images scratched into the surface of the coastal plain about 225 miles south of Lima, the capital. The truck driver, it's probably Javier Jesus Flores Vigo, was arrested and is expected to be charged with an attack against cultural heritage. The Nazca lines created by pre-Inca civilizations are believed to have been used for religious ceremonies, gathering for hundreds of years. The thing about these things that makes them so super cool is that they're only visible from higher up than you could get to build them. So they built them using probably math equations, right?
Or spaceships.
Or spaceships, right? Yeah, they've definitely long been associated with the
could have
idea of
been a
being crop
simple-
circles. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know. They could have used other means, but
Right. But usually it's going to be boil down to like, math equations, even if it's just using like sticks and shadows and stuff to figure
let's
out what
not
they're
get
going
into that.
Fixing
It's
the
not
rock,
an
dude.
engineering
to do. Right. So in this week's episode, the truck driver diverged from the highway past signs indicating the preserved status of the site and left deep scars in an area more than 100 feet by 300 feet. The truck damaged 3 straight-line geoglyphs in the site, according to the statement from Peru's cultural ministers. It's not the first time a vehicle has crossed over this, or the first time it's been damaged, but it's the first time that anyone has admitted to it being intentional.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is,
Right.
oh, there's video up. Zod, can you not see it? Twisty, can you see the video? I can see it on mine.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too.
So am I, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay. I was gonna say this is the extent people will go to avoid taxes.
Oh, was he
It's for he was dodging a toll.
right?
They will ruin alien artwork from hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, in order to avoid a toll, right?
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
You can't
Right.
see it, Twisty?
Hmm.
Squabbly can. What up, Squabs? Sup? Hey, girl.
Let me just check my bitrate here. We're sending out at 3.3.
Okay, there we go. Zod's got it working.
All right.
I refreshed, working for
Sup,
me.
dude?
Cool. I don't know. Anyway, on to funnier news. This story is called Revenge. So, goose falls from the sky, knocks out a hunter.
I fuck. So good.
A man
That's
is in
fantastic.
shock trauma after a dead goose fell from the sky and knocked him out on Thursday. He was hunting with a group of hunters in a hunting blind. When they took shots at flying geese overhead, one bird was struck and the hunter, or it fell directly into the hunter's head and knocked him to the ground. The man was knocked unconscious and lost 2 teeth. No one else was hurt.
So good.
That was a bit of. How heavy was this bird, man?
Well, so geese are like what, 3.5 feet tall and
They're
easily
pretty big.
like 2 feet wide. They're like huge bottoms.
They're almost turkeys.
Average weight.
They're
Yeah.
like probably 10 pounds.
7 to 14 pounds. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
That it makes a little more sense in my head now.
Yeah. Well, and then when you start talking if it was far enough for terminal geese velocity. Yeah.
True. Wait, African or
Okay,
European?
exactly. But yeah,
Monty Python jokes.
I would love to just, I mean, like, that would have been the #1 most viral image or video on YouTube if someone had recorded it, right? Wow,
Oh,
smash, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I want to know if he's using Aflac. 'Cause that would just be amazing.
Shayna, have you ever been hunting?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I'm assuming you've never suffered the geese. So.
Stop, just take a
Biggest-
call.
biggest
Never.
That-
Well, we went
biggest
fishing
bird
once.
I've hunted was a dove. So
Didn't
Okay.
like
Then at worst, you would have gotten a black eye, right? Wow.
I don't
Punch.
even think that. Maybe like a jammed finger if I tried to catch it.
Right. All right.
Does
Even then,
hunting
no, I think a
movies
dove
and
weighs about
first-person
8
shooters
ounces
count?
at the most.
So, this image, it may look a little bit disturbing, but this woman recently won the Wing Bowl in Philadelphia after consuming 501 wings.
I thought we were talking about blue jeans for.
Also, that's a lot of
Wow.
piercings on her ears, and you need to share it in Discord, by the way.
Oh,
No.
okay, it left out.
Okay, I'm watching.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
That woman looks terrifing.
Doesn't she?
That's what
Oh.
happened when.
She
Everything
legit
went
looks like
crazy.
a troll from World of Warcraft.
When the
Like-
last thing you want is a job.
Dude, she's gonna finish that chicken and throw a hatchet at us.
Right. She doesn't need a job. She actually competes professionally in eating contests. So
I could see that.
she's 100. Her name is Molly Schuler, and she's 127 pounds. 2-time champion. She bested her own
Wow.
record,
Wow.
downing 501 buffalo wings.
And I see you chose the Ernest Scared Stupid photo that she has.
I mean, this is the picture from the competition.
Fucking terrible.
Right.
501 though, that's pretty impressive.
I
Hey,
was.
I think this was running better when you weren't sharing in Discord.
Oh yeah. Did it go a
Is
little
it getting all
No,
weird?
I'm getting.
robots?
He's got 2 of them. You can just stop sharing. I'm not.
Oh, well,
I'm using this.
It looks like
person.
he
Like maybe my
Connection,
internet is
yeah,
going bad.
because I was
don't
seeing
know.
you guys running
Ah.
fine, and then his was slowing down pretty bad.
Yeah, I can't hear anyone.
Hold on, I got an idea. Stop sharing. Okay. Then I'll lower the bitrate on the share.
I don't know. It might just be me.
Yeah, looks like it. I lowered the bitrate, so we'll see if that worked. And if we need to, yeah, Squab just brought
Discord
up.
just started going red on me.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's definitely a connection issue. Discord may be having an issue tonight too. That happens.
truth.
Right,
She's 90% stomach
right.
and squabbly. Think of how many chickens died for this competition.
If they were
I
careful,
agree with both of those.
if they were careful and were very, very prepared in how they handed her specific wings, 251 minimum chickens died for her.
Yeah,
Right,
and that's if all of the chickens had good wings that survived the plucking to cooking.
right,
Which
exactly.
doesn't happen. I gotta say, on like a good day, I can eat like 12 wings.
I was talking about this
Maybe
earlier when I
15.
was getting this story ready, and I remember hitting 50 at the wing place down by where I live, and being so fucking miserable that I wanted to die. Right? Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I got the meat sweats, and like just
Right,
like
it's like-
starting to, like, anywhere I'm at, I'm trying to jitter and doing the whole like almost dry heave into the bush before I get in my car. Right?
Just looking at this lady's face makes me want to dry heave.
God damn it.
Seriously.
Right.
I'm like enthralled and disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop out and try to come back in.
All right.
To the call because it was.
No worries,
just
man.
let me know. I'll hit the ring button for you. All right. I'm gonna swap to the 3 cam setup for a moment. While it refuses to work correctly. Oh no, it's coming back in. It's coming back.
Eating 501 wings. You're
Right.
like guaranteed to have salmonella, even if they're cooked perfectly. At that point,
Right.
like that's so much chicken. How is that even fucking possible?
Like that is a true chicken misery.
It looks like I'm gonna have to bow out.
Okay.
This is not working.
Well, let me know if your
Well,
internet.
hold
Okay. Looking good here.
Okay, maybe it is working now. No, it just keeps breaking up. I've got a red bar on my Discord. It's just not working.
Yeah.
It keeps cutting out. It sounds like Wayne ordering at the drive-thru.
Okay.
So.
I mean, if you wanted to give it a chance and
Yeah.
do like a router reset or something, right? I mean, you could give that a try and we'll call you back.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
All right, no problem. All right, I'm gonna swap us to. Oh, we lost Shayna for a second. Oh, she's back. What is going on? The internet's
no.
the internet's going wild, guys.
Dude, is Twitch going down again? Is it Twitch or is
No,
it's
it's Discord, right? And now it's got us both on different. Gotta fix another setup every time.
Okay, so I just calculated how many pounds that is.
Right.
So 6 wings is 1.125 pounds on average. If that's true, she ate 94 pounds of chicken wings.
How?
Wow.
Minus bone.
Minus
actually.
bone. Okay, so that's gotta
Minus
be
bone.
like
Still like
yeah.
that's still like 30 pounds. 30 pounds. Let's just say 30 pounds, right?
You wonder if she goes on some
2/3 is bone.
cleansing.
Right.
What happens after that physiologically to her when?
Oh, she pukes.
Right.
That's what happens.
Oh, I'm sure pukes and then other things for probably days.
Yeah.
Are they cheating
worth
with
it.
like, colostomy bags and stuff or whatever?
You
Like,
wonder, man.
Yeah. Is that like a
Seriously.
kind of
Uh-huh.
like a food contest doping scandal?
Like
Hey.
I don't.
Hey, you want to get in here? I don't know if we can do tonight, but I'll definitely. I think you should be on the show. I think you'd be hilarious.
We'll invite him on to next time. Or I got somebody
damn.
for Thursday, but Tuesday.
Okay, but maybe next week or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're down, man, we can do that.
All right.
Also, you and me are streaming later.
Next story. We're gonna try and move past these technical bullshits that are occurring here. And if you get it to work, just hit me back up and I'll throw you right back in. Our next story, community service. Washington State defensive lineman Logan Tago was recently named the recipient of the 2017 Community Involvement Award. You may not realize why I've brought this to us, right? This isn't our kind of story. This is just some guy who got a community service award, right? The problem is the University Center for Civic Engagement forgot to leave out the part about the 240 hours that this guy completed were court mandated hours.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
That's so amazing.
That's kind of important information.
Right.
He's like, I ran over all the neighborhood dogs.
Yeah. So
This is what I get.
right. So he was when he was 19, he was arrested and charged with a second-degree felony robbery and fourth-degree assault after he punched a man in the head and stole 6-pack of beer from him. So in
That's
reward, they gave him a community service award.
Award.
Congratulations, you assaulted somebody. Here's your reward.
You stopped a man from drinking Coors Light.
Exactly.
Here's a medal.
It's a little more than fishy that he's given the award for completing 240 hours, the exact same amount of time that the court mandated. Not an hour more, not an hour less.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, good job, Washington State, you know? I suppose that's rude. All right. This story I'm calling How Did I... Rescue teams assisted a sleepwalker who reportedly fell out of his window onto scaffolding. 6 floors down from his apartment.
Fuck!
Oh, shit.
That sucks.
That's him standing there waiting for the firefighters to rescue him. He was okay.
Oh, look at his arm. He's all fucked up.
Yeah, he's all messed up. He's alive, right? But
Yeah, oh, and his back.
yeah,
Damn.
he sleepwalked
He
out of
broke
his
some shit.
8th story apartment onto scaffolding on the 2nd story.
Fuck. That. Oh my god. How do you do that? He clearly left his window open.
Yeah, exactly. This is in New York on the Lower East Side.
Oh my god. If you know you
Probably one
sleepwalk,
of the
dude.
Sleep aid
Mhm.
drugs.
Ah, it was sex
Maybe.
drugs, you're saying.
Yeah, you think it was sex drugs?
I
Yeah,
said
right.
sleep aid, not sex. That's a totally different.
What's that?
Oh.
Anti-diarrhea medication?
exactly.
You don't want your sex drugs to put you to sleep. That's
I'm
That's
sure
not-
I'm sure there are also sleep aids in sex drugs, right?
Yeah.
Sex drugs has
Perhaps.
got it all.
Perhaps.
It's got it
There's
all.
anti-diarrhea medication and sex drugs.
Right. The sibling to Fotis Thane, 35, who works the day shift at an industrial site, had a history of sleepwalking when he was younger. Fotis Thane's girlfriend told cops that he took her sleeping pills before hitting the sack, law enforcement said. So you called it there.
Failed murder attempt. Nice taint.
The
The man had a history of owing too many debts to the mob.
Right. You're gonna sleepwalk right out of that door right there.
Yeah. He slumwalked out of the room and landed on some bullets.
Oh, just in case you guys didn't know, there's a new update for Razer Synapse.
Okay, I just heard that. It's like, was that you or me?
Right.
I went and looked over at the.
Yeah. Trigger warning.
People who use
Everybody's
over-the-counter
sleeping,
sleeping pills are more likely to report having had at least 2 sleeping episodes a month, a 2012 study has found. Anyway, yeah. Could you imagine waking up
That guy like
6 floors
That'd be so fucking weird.
below
And the
where you're
way
at?
you wake up, too.
Yeah, and you're all, ow!
Yeah. Some big Russian guy throwing you off the balcony.
Right.
I should have paid my debt. I should have never bet all my money on a League of Legends match.
I was gonna say, Tate, this guy's probably a professional streamer, just looking at him, right?
Yeah, he is, dude, for sure.
He wasn't.
Plays
He
League
wasn't.
of Legends.
There was no drugs involved. He was just real tired.
Yeah.
All right, mutant crayfish. So this
Shit.
this is the marbled crayfish, a species that didn't exist 25 years ago.
I
So
believe it.
yeah,
And Jason's like, what? I'm like, I believe it.
the marbled crayfish is a mutant species that clones itself. Scientists reports. The population is exploding in Europe, and it appears to have originated only about 25 years ago.
What
and-
a delicious problem.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Right?
Tank was saying probably tastes terrible, which is
Yeah,
why
that's probably
it's
true.
that's the reason it's a problem is because you can't overhunt
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. It only feeds on like human garbage.
Right. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, guess.
Just take a shipment
you're
out to the
hungry.
garbage islands, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So
Shoot off
Alright.
into space.
God, they would take over the world
Survive.
if we did that.
apparently, you can just wait till dark, switch on headlamps, wander into the shallows in Germany, and the marbled crayfish will emerge from hiding and begin swimming around your ankles.
Cool.
the Dr. Lyko, a researcher who is researching these creatures. Oh, Chad says the issues are resolved. Let me if I can get him back in real quick.
Okay, I'm
It's
just
a
gonna ask
ring.
this once. Did you see what they found in Amber, and is that part of the show?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, it looks like
Yeah,
I
have you tried turning it off and then on again?
Yeah. Did
Awesome.
you try resetting? Have you checked your modem? Try signing out of America Online and signing back in.
You've got mail.
All right.
Wait, did we establish that they do or don't exist still?
Which
I
What?
can't
one?
remember.
AOL?
America Online.
Oh, they do. They're
Blows
a
my
very small company that deals with only senior citizens. They're flash games, man, I tell you.
It's extremely impressive, said Dr. Lyko. 3 of us once caught 150 animals within an hour with just our hands. Over the past 5 years, Dr. Lyko and his colleagues have sequenced the genomes of the marbled crayfish, and in a study published on Monday, the researchers demonstrated that while the marbled crayfish, while common, is one of the most remarkable species known to science. Before about 25 years ago, the species simply did not exist, and a single drastic mutation in a single crayfish produced the marbled crayfish in an instant. All members of the species are female, and they do not require insemination.
What?
Right.
Don't tell the feminists that.
So people are getting these as pets from pet stores, taking them home, and then like months later, they have 70.
Jesus, really? That's insane.
Yeah. We may
Open a restaurant, I guess.
Right, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's we were just talking about that. Where was it go? A hobbyist whom Dr. Lyko declined to identify was struck by the large size of the crayfish and enormous batches of eggs. A single marbled crayfish can produce hundreds of eggs at a time. The hobbyist was giving away the crayfish to his friends, and not long afterwards, the so-called Marco Krebs were showing up in pet stores. Or Marmork Krebs, as they became more popular, owners became increasingly puzzled. As the crayfish seemed to be laying eggs without mating, the progeny were all female, and each one grew up ready to produce.
That's
So-
fucking insane.
Yeah. So, this could be a real serious problem in,
Yeah.
like, a decade.
No, seriously, they need to wipe these fucking things out.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
either a problem or a solution to so many world hunger issues, right?
Right.
Is this
Chipito.
going to be the new chicken?
Right.
Hmm.
I mean, people like me will die in the dozens, but that's
They've already
okay.
been eating this. This has already been a delicacy for in the South. It's crayfish is crawfish.
I don't
Right.
think they consider it a delicacy.
Crawdad.
I agree.
Crawdads, yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay,
Mud
Chipino.
bugs.
I'm a little hesitant to tell you what was kind of announced this morning,
Okay.
but I'm gonna do it. And somebody is probably gonna search, and I apologize, Shayna, for what I'm about to do.
God damn it.
Okay, so they discovered the ancestor of spiders trapped in amber, and they have a fucking scorpion tail.
Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't know.
They have a
that's-
common ancestor, and there used to be crazy poisonous spiders
I'm really
that were
glad that,
large with
that's
fucking
not a thing.
scorpion tails.
I'm glad that
They're all around.
whatever evolutionary
Yeah.
disaster wiped that shit out.
Right?
As long as
The
they never had
sketchings I
wings,
saw were-
dude, that's all I care.
Yeah.
Yay for man being the animal on top.
Well, there were scorpions with wings. That is one of the ancestors of scorpions. That would be fucking terrifying.
I don't need to look it up. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, yeah. We should bring them back. Stop.
Hmm.
All right. So,
Science intensifies.
Okay, after that scientific story, let's go to an education story. A teacher apologizes for drug references in their math questions. So,
Oh, my
So amazing.
math teacher loved using drug references in our
well,
I
you
guess
need
in a college class.
right.
Yeah, college is a bit different.
What was that,
Marijuana.
Chad?
Like-
Yeah.
Teaching high schoolers metrics in the USA.
Right? Seriously, dude. That's so true.
So some parents at the Roxana School District are complaining about a pair of math questions written by a teacher in a classroom whiteboard. The parents said the questions were not only in bad taste, but gave the impression the teacher was making light of drug use. On Thursday, the district superintendent confirmed these questions appeared during a freshman math class. Here's the first question, right? You take 600 milligrams of cocaine. Your body filters out 40% per hour. How high are you in 3 hours?
No,
Yeah,
this isn't real.
this is totally real.
What?
Well, what is high?
Right?
I need some kind of a.
I don't believe
I'm
that.
more
I don't
upset
believe
that it's
that.
bad math. Like it's a bad question.
Right, exactly. You can't,
What denotes high? How many milligrams concentration? How heavy is the user?
I believe that is the abstract concept of X. The second question, unfortunately, you can't pay your dealer, so she sets up a payment. You owe her $1,000 at 25% daily. How much do you owe her 1 year later?
Oh shit! It's gonna be a lot, but
Wow.
Yeah. The district said this is an example of poor judgment.
A kidney?
Guys, I just posted a real math problem.
Okay, kids, you have an 8-ball. Martin Sheen takes 3 dime bags from you, and Miley Cyrus will suck your dick for a gram. How much coke do you got left after the blowy? Nothing if
Answer none of it.
None-
'cause
none-
You did it all.
None if Martin Sheen's still around, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
I like that. Martin Sheen.
Wouldn't it be Charlie? But anyway.
Yo, Martin's fucking way harder, dude.
So the district is addressing this matter with the faculty member who and those impacted by this incident. The faculty member apologized to students and parents for this lapse in judgment and has reiterated the intent was never to promote or make light of illicit drug use. I don't believe that.
Yeah, no.
Right? What the hell else are you doing with those questions?
I had a couple people in the chat earlier this morning when we were getting ready for this. They were like, as a parent, I would be so pissed. Because you have to do all this work to like try to keep kids off drugs. And then some teachers just are like, yep, here you go. Cocaine.
I mean, the teacher's kind of teaching kids, like, hey, if you're going to go out there and do these drugs, because I know you're going to, like, here's how much you can take.
But is cocaine where you start with that?
No, that's pretty much when you become 18 and start working in a restaurant.
Yep.
I know that all too well.
Right.
All too well.
All right, police pull
we all
over
do.
a car and oranges come tumbling out.
God damn it.
This is an
That's
actual
where
picture,
they were.
right?
That's what he should have said.
God damn it, that's where they were.
Exactly. Yes, that's a car crammed to the hilt with oranges. Police in Seville, Spain came across the bizarre scene when they pulled over 2 cars after a short chase. According to Europa Press, officers suspected something wasn't quite right when they saw the cars driving very closely together. And then they tried to pull the cars over, and the cars took off. A short chase through a dirt road followed, and the news agency reported inside the vehicles, police found oranges. Both cars were stuffed to the brim with oranges.
There's got to be a point where, like, you weigh how much those oranges are worth against doing time for running from the police. You know what I mean?
Right. The pair of cars were headed towards another vehicle where the police found a truck also packed with oranges. And the police recovered more than 4 tons of oranges. And the drivers claimed they were coming from very far away and had been stopping collecting oranges along the way. The cops didn't buy it. They later learned the oranges were stolen from a shipment, and they charged 5 people, a couple, their adult son, and 2 brothers with theft.
Holy fuck, that's amazing. Wait, did they figure out who they stole it from?
No. It's
What?
I mean, like,
with theft?
it doesn't say,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they were like, oh yeah, that 4 tons of oranges that were just reported missing were likely gonna be there.
From all the trees from Italy to Spain.
So, we're gonna move into some politics story here. Are you guys familiar with Arthur Jones?
No.
No.
All right. So, you guys knew that the planet was
I fucking hate this guy.
torn apart forever because of the whole Roy Moore situation where, you know, there were pro-Roy Moore, anti-Roy Moore, everything, right? This time, the Holocaust denier is posed to claim the GOP nomination for Illinois. So, Arthur Jones, an outspoken outspoken Holocaust denier, activist, anti-Semite, and white supremacist, is guaranteed to become the Republican nominee for an Illinois congressional seat representing parts of Chicago and the suburbs. Because no one else is running.
No sane Republican would even try to run anyway.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know if he's guaranteed it or not.
There's no one running against him.
Reading that. Yeah, but just because there's nobody doing that, the Republicans don't actually have to let him stay on the ballot once that gets out. They can kick anybody they want from the ballot. And I'm pretty sure the RNC is going to have an issue with this guy. Even if the Republicans locally didn't.
This is not the first time he's run. He's been running since 1976 when he ran for mayor of Milwaukee. He ran for the 13th Ward Alderman in Chicago's West Side in 1987. In 1990 to 2016, he's jumped into the GOP 3rd Congressional District primary 7 times, never even able to become close to a viable contender. Only this time, he is the only Republican on the ballot. And the fact that he's got no opposition in the primary, he can win the primary by default all right. Jones said during an interview with the coffee shop in Lyons. So, the Illinois Republican Party and our country have no place for Nazis like Arthur Jones. We strongly oppose his racist view and candidacy for any office, said Tim Schneider, chairman of the Illinois Republican Party. Right, no, exactly what it means, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not going to legitimize this idea in some dummy's head. So.
Oh yeah. And sensationalize fucking news headlines, which it's already started.
Do they really need this guy to?
Right.
Like I'm saying, those people that are gonna fall into that. Did they really need that to happen for them to fall into that line of thinking? I don't think so. But
yeah.
Man.
But somebody might light somebody else's apartment on fire in celebration or something.
Yeah, somebody will be doing something stupid.
All right.
I don't know. That's...
Flat Earth Rocket 3. This will be the 3rd time we've covered this guy.
Is anything interesting happening yet?
He tried to launch. And
is he alive
his
still?
rockets didn't even ignite.
Oh my god.
Look at this thing. Do you think that's gonna go anywhere? It's got a fucking, like, third-hand Army Navy fucking parachute hooked to it.
I mean,
I just wanted him to kill himself.
Right? That's what I was hoping for.
I was like, dude, this will make a great fucking video.
Oh yeah, no, I mean he didn't have anything for it.
I don't think he's intending to do that. I think it's all.
Like, I would legit put that as part of my intro to my channel. Just like, pew, boom, die.
Please. Chat is volume a little bit. There we go.
Great.
Even if I get fucking booted from Twitch because they're like, you can't show snuff videos.
But
I'm
yeah,
not. It's a
like
failed
what
science
Chad has
experiment.
said, it's very possible that this thing won't be able to even lift off because who knows what the fuck he built it out of.
Well, he had 2 successful flights before.
Did he?
Yeah.
They thought that those were both
You,
canceled.
Like, flattened out a radio flyer
Oh, no, here, hold on.
and like stuck some like propane tanks in there and some tubing.
So he's now planning.
Propane and propane accessories.
Exactly.
There we
He's now
go.
planning a launch of his homemade rocket on February 3rd after another canceled launch in November. Even with disasters on its that NASA's had with its moon missions, it was really fair to expect Mike Hughes to be able to build a rocket, fly to space, and prove for once and for all that all the Earth is flat without having a few hitches along the way.
I know they're not propane tanks.
No, he successfully launched himself once or twice already.
Well, then did he go up there and prove that it's flat?
No, he didn't get that. He didn't go that far. He shot himself like fucking 50 feet, right? Was his first, or 150 feet was his first test. And then this one was supposed to be like, I'm going to space, which like, fuck no, you're not, dude. Like,
Right.
you're gonna either blow up or die on impact. Either one is gonna be entertaining.
Right. In other news, this morning we actually watched the Falcon Heavy launch on stream today. It was pretty cool.
Oh shit, dope.
Yeah, we streamed it. We watched it. We watched the entirety of the launch and the re-entry, and when they left the Tesla in space. Did you see what that was the part of the whole thing?
Yeah.
They launched a Tesla
remember
Roadster into
Yeah.
space.
Aeon's
had
tweet.
No idea about this going down today. One of my viewers was chiding me rather harshly about it, so we watched it live. Well,
Oh,
not
nice.
live. We watched a video. And I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome." He's like, "You're not excited enough." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
But they had
I
they had a fucking moon man in the car.
It's like the best thing to happen in the last 10 years. I'm like,
Yeah,
pretty
no,
cool.
it's
I don't
okay.
know about
Okay, I have issues with it, right? Like, number one, it's just fucking stupid. We're throwing a giant car-sized fucking space debris out. Like, that's just stupidity.
It's
my
got
opinion.
it's
And
got
number two-
space capsule stuff in it. They put a
Jason, there was
recording
a
object.
circuit board that said "Made on Earth by Humans." Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
That's
great.
what it was all about.
I don't
dude.
see
That's
how
all it
this
was.
takeoff was special. I guess is my thing.
Oh, it's
They
just
failed
yeah.
the good. They failed the good one, right?
Well, this the Falcon
Like-
Heavy is the largest one to be able to reuse the rockets.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it lands, I'll be.
The most impressive thing, if you haven't seen it, is both the rockets, the boosters, landed simultaneously.
Oh, they
Like,
landed it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about that part. So that's
Like-
fucking impressive. and
Right.
dope.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
I don't
like,
give a
oh,
fuck
big
if they got to
rocket, who
space.
cares?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, they send fucking shit like that all day.
Right. The rockets were
no.
actually used once before too, so it was proving that the rockets could be reused and then reused again. So
Okay, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's a huge cost savings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, NASA. Bye.
There we go. The private market taking over.
Right. All right. This story is called "I Have Learned Nothing." A man was caught drunk driving at his DWI meeting. Then he tried to drive away, and the cops have caught him once more.
Oh goodness.
After he was convicted of a DWI, David Kilmer was ordered to attend a meeting where he would hear from those who had been affected by drunk driving. But Kilmer, a 51-year-old from Fishkill, New York, couldn't get to the meeting on Thursday, and police say that's because his blood alcohol content was almost 3 times over the legal limit. Police told him to get a ride home, and Kilmer assured them that he did not drive himself. But then he allegedly saw the 51-year-old get into the Chevrolet pickup that he drove to the meeting. Cops pulled him over, and according to the this is gonna be awesome, Poughkeepsie Journal, they arrested him once more for DWI. He is now in jail.
Well, I should hope so.
It says DWI over and over and over again, right?
It's driving while intoxicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, never mind. Taint was saying it's driving without insurance.
Yeah, I thought he was joking.
And it's DUI is driving under influence. Anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Driving over influence is DOI.
I've never done this before on this podcast, but I've got a story about the feels, dude.
Oh, shit.
The feels. So this right here is Nigel, the world's loneliest bird.
Oh no, I saw this.
Right. He died next to the concrete decoy that he loved. So there's 3 birds in this picture, 2 of which are made of concrete. One is a bird. That's the one in the back, right?
That's the saddest shit I've ever heard.
Nigel the gannet and his 2 concrete friends are pictured here. So Nigel, a handsome gannet bird who lived off of a desolate island on the coast of New Zealand, died suddenly this week. Whereas wherever his soul landed, the single scene surely cannot be worse. The bird was lured to the Mana Island 3 years ago by wildlife officials who, in hopes of establishing a gannet colony there, had placed concrete gannet decoys on cliff sides and broadcasted the sound of the species' calls. Nigel accepted
That's so fucked up.
Well, I mean, they were trying to make a thing, right?
Yeah.
So he accepted the invitation, arriving in 2013 to the island's island's first gannet in 40 years, and none of his brethren joined him.
Yeah.
In the
So, like, I'm not fucking a stone goose.
In the absence of a living love interest, Nigel became enamored with one of the 80 faux birds.
I knew it! He fucking stone goose. I was like, there's no way this doesn't end with that happening. Oh.
He would groom the bird, the chilly concrete feathers, year after year after year. He died next to her in that unrequited love nest that he built for the bird. He built a fucking nest for her. Right?
This was natural selection. That's all this fucking was.
Oh my.
But
like, it's okay, let Nigel go. He's the stupid one that wants to fuck stone animals.
Right. Friends of Mana Island, one of the groups that has planted trees and shrubs, said on Facebook that Nigel won the hearts of members and volunteers who spent many hours over the years maintaining the concrete colony. So Nigel, from Skeptalk Live, the talk show on Twitch, to you, I give you the following memorial.
It's not gonna be.
God damn it, this is so sad.
This one goes out to you, Nigel.
Oh my god.
Doing a terrible job of grooming that thing.
Right. It's dirty as hell.
Dirty.
No wonder he died.
Maybe that's why he couldn't get a real bird. He couldn't groom properly.
Right. He was an outcast.
Yeah.
That was so amazing.
All right. So, everybody dry your eyes. Rip Nigel. Apparently it got to Taint, it got to Twisty, it got to Distended.
They should bury him under his lover because she's hard enough to be his fucking tombstone.
Or was he hard enough to be a tombstone? Oh, all right.
Dude, he was hard as fuck, man. He was Luke Skywalker, living on an island alone, loving nothing but the rocks.
Having sex with fucking statues, dude.
I've never seen it. I don't know. I just saw the trailer, so I'm an expert.
All right. So, symbiotic ants are manipulating aphid reproduction rates to achieve specific mixes of green and red aphids. So, this story is really long and complicated and filled with fucking, filled with scientific nonsense. But To boil it down for you, researchers have found that in the wild, red aphids are grow in superior numbers in an aphid colony. But if you introduce ants into that colony, they coexist, and then the ants make sure that more green aphids appear in their colonies, because the honeydew that they produce tastes better.
Cool.
Interesting.
Pretty cool scientific report here. I've got the. It'll be linked in the description of this if you guys want to read it. It's a bajillion years long, but
It seems a little like genocide.
it's pretty close, right?
No,
It's ants committing ethnic cleansing against the.
I don't think it's
red
ethnic
ape.
cleansing. It's selective.
Sounds like a CNN.
It's selective genetics.
Yeah, it sounds
it's
like
not
racist.
the same thing. It's not
Okay.
like they're killing anything. They're just
They're just selectively murdering all the red aphids.
Right, but that's the
that's how it's happening.
one of the key points of this research is that they don't actually.
It's symbiotic.
Oh, they don't kill it?
Right, they don't kill the red ones. They just encourage the colony to grow more green. So,
okay.
Kind of a similar relationship we have to a lot of different fruits and things that we've sort of nurtured to be edible.
Yeah,
it's really
fruits.
similar.
There was actually a really good documentary on PBS a few years back called, God, what was it? The Botany of Desire.
It's a book.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
written
right.
by
Yeah, it was
Michael
about apples,
Pollan.
potatoes, and pot, and how like did we shape them, or did they kind of shape us? 'Cause
right.
there's like, thousands upon thousands of different varieties of apples, but there are only certain ones that we grow. So like, did the plants kind of drive us? Like, it's very interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's in control? It's like,
Right?
we're driven by our own
We like to
hungers and
think it's
desires.
us.
So
Yeah. So the question remains: if the ants prefer the green morphs honeydew, why do they keep the red morphs around at all? Their theory is that the red morphs are able to provide a benefit to the green morphs, and suppressing the development of possibly suppressing the development of lower buds on host plants, right? Something like that. But so it's to the point of where these ants are essentially doing animal husbandry and basic horticulture, right?
Selective breeding. That's what I.
Well, yeah, but I mean, also, also.
I think this Tentacoma brings up a fucking solid point. Are we sure it's not ant gentrification?
Well, it's aphids that they're.
Yeah,
But
ants are moving into the aphids.
Right, they're moving in
Aphid-
and bringing their culture and
aphid
just crapping all
gentrification.
over everything.
The elitist ants
aphid.
in their ivory towers.
All right, I've got a story
No.
for Jason.
No.
Okay. Fuck, yes! Finally!
Eating French fries cures baldness.
get your shine on.
God
Right.
damn it.
It's
Researchers have discovered a chemical used to prepare some fast food fried treats may hold the key to curing baldness.
No, they didn't.
Yep, they totally
Not
did.
falling for this one.
No.
Jason,
They're like,
I should be Fabio.
Yeah. And like rub fucking fryer oil on your head while eating Tide
I
Pods.
think I saw like a headline about or something trying to. I'm like, I'm not even gonna read that. That's baloney.
Right. Scientists from
Why
Yokohama
not?
National University found that oxygen-permeable dimethyl-polysoxophane allowed hair. We're gonna PDMS from now on. Allowed hair follicles to regenerate and thus grow hair. They published their study in the Science Journal of Biomaterials. Coincidentally, the chemical PDMS gets used to cook McDonald's French fries specifically.
Is that beef flavor?
It
The
could
fuck?
very well could be, right?
So much about this I don't like.
They've
So
used
Jason,
yep,
all you need for hair is a hot beef injection.
right.
Hey, I'm with you, bud. I'm with you.
Uh,
I remember getting haircuts, and it was like, you got the thickest hair, and I haven't heard that in 5 years.
Oh god, I remember when I got my first haircut that the barber was like, "Oh, your hair's real thin," and I was like, "Oh, god.
We used PDMS at the bottom of a culture vessel, and it worked very well, said the corresponding author, Professor Juni Fukuda. This simple method is very robust and promising.
Butcher everybody's fucking names.
Yeah.
John Smythe.
However,
charming.
the study did not explicitly link the increase of intake of McDonald's French fries to bringing back hair into balding heads. So, and you don't eat them. They're going to create something that you put on your head that'll make you smell like beef.
Not going to wear fucking French fries on my head. They're like, just rub the fryer oil in the skin.
What if it was like, an overnight treatment, like a conditioner that you leave in?
Yeah.
As long as nobody had to see it and I could smell like McDonald's French fries all the time, I'd do it. Everybody would be like, do you have a Happy Meal toy?
I think
get away, kids. Jesus.
I feel like that cologne would sell. The McDonald's
dude.
French fry cologne?
Oh, fuck, it would.
I
sat in a fucking... Somebody spilled fruit punch. This is my story from yesterday.
Right.
Somebody spilled fruit punch all over this fucking bench, and I sat in it. Oh, dude. In the cafeteria at the university or whatever. I smelled like fucking fruit punch all day.
Oh, I saw that.
I was so mad. And I don't particularly dislike fruit punch, but I wasn't feeling it yesterday. So this is bugging me.
The Doritos chip emote. Perfect.
Oh, shit.
All right, Shayna, this story's for you.
I get it.
Fried dreads.
So,
I mean, I get it. I saw the story. I don't understand, what is it about that make them all lady Doritos? Because
Doritos
crunch.
Yeah, Doritos may have been trying to win over female fans, but it's ended up offending many of them.
I'm not offended. I'm more like, I like the crunch. What the fuck?
Well, I was going to ask you what was the
got
worst
the
part of
graphic
Doritos, but if you've seen this a little bit, then you know what this is about, right? In a recent interview with Freakonomics Radio, PepsiCo CEO Indra Nooyi said that the company is looking at ways to develop women-friendly chips that do not leave flavor residue on fingers and have a less audible crunch.
My God.
Okay, I really like Indra Nooyi, but it's fucking ridiculous.
So we just had a huge advance in space.
Dude, this
The
is
next step.
One
Instead
step
of curing
forward and
cancer,
2 steps back.
Let's work about step sound.
Right, exactly.
That's being that we done too.
To be
They're
fair.
going through cancer too.
Yeah. Come on. She owns a fucking soda company,
Right.
right?
As
Maybe
you-
we can be like, stop putting shit in soda.
According to
Just
Nooyi,
be drinking water.
flavor residue and chip sound are 2 traits of chips that women do not like. If you watch a lot of the young guys eat their chips, they love their Doritos, they lick their fingers with great glee, and when they reach the bottom of the bag, they pour the little broken pieces into their mouth because they don't want to lose that taste of the flavor. And the broken chips in the bottom. That's what she told Freakonomics. She added, women, I think, would love to do the same, but they don't. They don't like the crunch. They don't like to crunch too loudly in public, and they don't lick their fingers generously, and they don't like to pour little broken pieces of flavor into their mouth. She sounds like she's really connected with the people.
Oh my God.
I think
What
this one
planet
lady
does this
doesn't
woman
like.
live on?
Right, exactly.
It sounds like a New York Times article, according to sources familiar with the subject.
Right. She's like one of those Mark Zuckerberg people who are all like, I too enjoy human things.
Here, hold on, let me get this
Wait, who are you
tape
talking
off
about?
my
Oh, are you talking
webcam.
about the Pepsi CEO?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's fucking. I saw this interview she did with. I don't remember who. It wasn't the Freakonomics one, but it's just remember she's real fucking. She's dedicated. That's for damn sure. But she just lives and breathes work.
Excellent. Well, so it turns out the sky is disgusting.
That's fair.
A study marks the first time scientists have quantified the viruses being swept up from the Earth's surface to the free troposphere, the layer of atmosphere beyond the Earth's weather system, but below the stratosphere where the jet airplanes fly.
Oh, God.
Right. The viruses are carried thousands of kilometers there before being deposited back onto the Earth's surface. You guys want to take a guess at all of, per square meter, how many viruses are in the atmosphere? Jason.
Are we talking of parts per million or?
Just,
yeah, exactly.
It's just how many million.
There's 1 billion for every million parts.
All right. Shayna, what do you think? Per square meter.
I have
many...
no idea.
All right. Chad, do you have a guess at all?
Exactly as many as a child.
I'm gonna say 5 billion.
All right.
5 billion.
So you're a little bit over, but it's 800 million per square meter. 800 million viruses per square meter. That's 25 per viruses per person in Canada in every square meter.
Fucking Canada.
Said British Columbian virologist Curtis Suttle,
That's
of course, because
terrifying.
yeah.
Why didn't he just say there's more than one for every person on the planet?
Well, I mean, because it doesn't.
Because that's more.
Because
that hits home harder.
Because Canada.
Oh, Canadians can't do math, right? I forgot.
Right.
Are we glad that physics works the way that it does?
Right, exactly.
Beady little eye. Their
That
mouth
keeps that
full of
shit up
eyes.
there?
Where was I at? Okay, using platform sites high in Spain's Sierra Nevada mountains, the researchers found billions of viruses and tens of millions of bacteria are being deposited per square meter every day. The deposition rates for the viruses were 9 to 461 times greater than the rates for bacteria. That's a really wide number. 9 to 461 times greater.
So, would you skydive at that height?
Right. Do you pass through? I mean, planes fly above that, but I think skydivers go from lower than plane altitude, right?
I guess. I don't know. I'm
Otherwise,
not that dumb.
You jump out of a plane. It's
I'm
just
not
like
dumb enough
sick
to
as hell
jump out of
now.
a perfectly working plane.
I'm not sure if there are ones that can specifically affect humans. I think it's just generically viruses. So there's, just tons of them up there, and some of them will affect us. Skydivers coming back with Ebola. All right. So this is an interactive section here. I kind of thought of Chatta for this one because you'll get a little bit outraged when I do it. I think. All right.
Okay.
A high school cancels a musical after another student lands the lead role. So activists in a New York high school successfully shut down the production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame after a certain student landed the lead role. Protests of the production began when an African-American student quit Ithaca High School's musical production due to the role of Esmeralda being given to another classmate. It shows that the theater wasn't made for you, the student told the Ithaca Journal, and it shows that you can't get the parts that are written for you. What parts are you going to get? The student activists then banded together under the umbrella of students in the Ithaca, Students United Ithaca, and wrote a letter that included a list of demands saying that while the young lady cast as Esmeralda was a stellar actor, singer, and dancer, and any production would be lucky to have her, she shouldn't be cast in this role because she is something. So I want you guys to take a crack at what you think the something is. Was she secretly a man? The epitome of epitome of whiteness? An AI programmed to act? Or an athlete with no acting skill? We'll start with Jason.
Secretly a man.
All right, secretly a man. Jason, what do you think?
The epitome of whiteness.
Epitome?
Yeah, I know.
I fucked that one up pretty good. Shayna, what do you think?
It's either one or four.
It's
Right.
the epitome of That's what I was thinking before you even showed these options.
All right, yeah. So it turns
Why?
out that
Because
it was
she's white.
yeah. At the best, this is cultural appropriation, the student group wrote, alleging that racial bias within the performing arts program at IHS, and at worst is whitewashing, a racist casting practice that has its roots in ministry. These fucking snowflakes. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But even though
what I'm
they
saying.
admitted that the person who got this position was a great actor, and any production would be glad to have her.
Right?
This play needs to be shut down because she isn't of an ethnic group.
And what is this play?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
What the fuck?
It's fiction. What does it matter?
Because Esmeralda is gypsy.
If they were like its roots, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Right, I mean, I suppose.
Because in the Disney version of Esmeralda, they had her look black. That's why.
Right.
There's a lot. There's some bitching
Even
out
though
there
I'm pretty
going
sure
on
she'd be
about.
like Middle Eastern or something of that nature. And what the fuck does it even matter? But God damn it.
BBC has been doing historical stuff, and they're putting black actors in what were historically white people, and people are complaining about that. I get that complaint. It's fiction. Who cares?
Right.
Fiction.
The student activist demanded that brown and black female students be considered for the role, as the character in question is half Roma, half French, according to the novel by Victor Hugo. So, yeah.
Romanian.
Right.
Well, wouldn't half French be
Literally
Right?
none of those.
Right, exactly.
like Middle Eastern?
Those are, yeah.
But
What?
because she acted super well and was given the part, they shut down the play.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yay to stupid.
God damn it.
But yeah. America.
Said we just
Yeah,
can't.
America. We gotta like talk to our youth, right? And like people are like, oh, it's just because like students are fucking stupid. And I wish I could say I agree with you because I kind of do. It's not just fucking students though. Like, have you fucking met like anybody in between the ages of like 16 and 22 in this country? They're all fucking idiots for
Right.
the most part. Not all of them. Definitely not all of them.
Members
I
of
know
the
some
I'm
intelligent ones.
At least most of the ones that are in
that are
college in
awesome.
some direction.
I'm
Yeah,
wondering
yeah.
if
Well,
we
I
I'm
don't
wondering
know.
if we pissed a bunch of
You've
people
never
off
worked
because
a
we
day
popped up to
job, I don't
32
think.
viewers and then we dropped 10 viewers after I was all like, they're snowflakes.
Good. Fuck
Yeah, exactly. Those people should
fuck
don't
outta
need to be
here. You
watching
don't know
anyway.
what you're even watching. They're like, what is this? These people don't side with me.
Exactly. Members of the group told the news that their ultimate goal is in line with Martin Luther King Jr.'s message of love, unity, understanding, and inclusion. Doesn't quite seem right.
No.
She's too white. Shut the play down.
Shut it down.
Right, exactly. All right, so some cool news. We've had angry news, sad news, bald news. We're gonna go into cool news. Okay. Okay. Do you guys think this place looks pretty cool?
That looks really smushed in there.
Okay. It's in Italy. I can let you guys know that. You could move there for $1.25.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah.
So cool.
The only thing is, you are contractually obliged within 3 years to furnish the place, which could cost up to $25,000.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
But you can furnish it with whatever you want to.
Ololai, a village in the Mediterranean Isle of Sardinia, is, according to CNN, offering up its empty housing stock for the bargain price of €1, or about $1.25.
Really?
Yep. The Italian island of Sardinia is highlighted. Wait, nope, I don't have that map, so screw that. It's south in the ocean.
I think it's southwest of Sicily.
Yeah. Of course, there's a catch.
Southeast.
But yeah, Buyers commit to refurbishing the bargain basement house within 3 years, which could carry an estimated expense of $25,000 or more. And it's all part of a plan to bring life back to a town that had a population of 2,250 that has sunk down to 1,300 past decade. So there might be something else garbage here as well.
Right? What don't we know?
But you could go buy it for $1.25.
So, ooh. Jason's out.
Oh, is he? Jason, did you die?
What?
Oh, your camera died.
Oh no!
I feel like in hell the hitch would be on this. Like, there's no deodorant available.
Exactly.
Everyone lives really close to each other, and there's no
I wonder
deodorant.
why I got quiet. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Amazon doesn't deliver is probably the problem. Steve Rambo,
Yeah,
thank you very much for following. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. All right. Our next story is super awesome. Breakfast of Champions. A study has found that pizza is healthier than cereal.
What? What the fuck studies? Are these
That's what I'm
people-
saying. Like, you gotta fucking go deeper too. You can't just read the study. You have to read their data.
Right.
Definitely not.
In a recent interview with the Daily Meal dietitian Chelsea Amer, she suggested that that reaching for a slice of pepperoni might actually be better for you than pouring yourself a bowl of Rice Krispies. So, you may be surprised to find out that an average slice of pizza and a bowl of cereal with whole milk contains the same amount of calories. However, pizza packs a much larger protein punch and will keep you with a full boost and satiated farther throughout the morning.
Satiated.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
He's
They're
the
just more
epitome of a satiation.
We're not really meant to run on grain.
Right.
The whole thing with grains is they fill you up without too many calories.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Cereal, it's just all sugar and
Yeah.
Don't you start hating on
everything's
pasta.
fortified, you know. So
And
Pizza is like mostly pasta.
oh snap! Oh snap! 500 bits. Excellent. I love that song so goddamn much.
I hate that you can't see us
Distended, thank you
dancing.
very much, man. Well, yeah, I'll see if I can fix that. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
'Cause
if
I'm
you
doing some sick shit, dude.
when we're in the 3-person podcast, you can. I have it faded out over the last person so that it wouldn't show over Shayna. But we're in the 4-person podcast, and I wasn't thinking about it. So,
Yeah, no worries.
but we saw you dancing, Chatta. So,
Barf bag, amazing.
I keep going.
What about cereal made with pizza bites?
that might be the
Yes,
one true final breakfast, right? Final destination breakfast. All right. So now we're gonna move into Florida Man.
Everybody's favorite.
Exactly. This
Wow.
right?
Is this a human?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
According to the Lake City Police Department, a man made a series of mistakes while robbing a Columbia County bank on Monday.
I'm pretty fucking sure
Seriously.
that's that troll lady's boyfriend.
Right?
Yeah.
Series of mistakes.
That's pretty much how every Florida story starts.
Right. According to a news release, Donald Towns, 41, walked out of the Renaissance Bank with $1,200 in cash on Monday morning after appearing to show a concealed firearm. He told bank employees that he would kill them if they called the police. He was arrested 36 minutes later. Police said...
Real quick.
Go ahead.
What?
So he walked out after, robbing the place, and then he was arrested 36 minutes later. Police said that he wanted to open a bank account and when he asked, he provided his driver's license to the bank manager, which was then photocopied.
Oh, mother. Jeez. Holy
He
shit.
then gave the bank manager a note that stated he had a gun. Police later discovered the note was written on the back of a medical discharge note, which had all of Town's information on it.
What the? Jesus Christ. This guy's so fucking stupid. So if they shoot you, they know what kind of blood to pump back into your body. Thinking ahead.
Yeah, I think his name was Donald. Yeah, Donald Towns, not Pounds, but Towns. Right. Reminds me of the turtle from Rocco's Modern Life.
I'm sorry. I see. I see Sling Blade. I see Billy Bob Thornton.
My gosh.
Biscuits.
Right.
That's funny.
I like the way you talk too.
This Florida couple is a pile of human garbage. Fair. These two convinced a 13-year-old boy that he had fatal brain cancer, then used the fake illness to solicit donations for medical expenses.
Oh, pieces of shit.
That's so fucked up.
Their son spent 8 months believing he was gonna die.
Holy shit.
While they collected money from GoFundMe and other fundraising websites.
Okay, the lady on the left looks like the chick from Battlestar Galactica, and the guy on the right definitely looks like Fat Bill Gates.
Yeah, it's Patton Oswalt.
Right, I was gonna say somebody said.
No, don't ruin Patton Oswalt. For me.
It's evil Patton Oswalt is where.
It is evil Patton Oswalt. Pile of shit Patton Oswalt.
Evil twin.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Enet, thank you very much. You are now once again the top cheer. And subscribe with the damn son. Woo! 3 months. That X-Files Trap Beer mix is also my jam.
Yeah, it's pretty good. NXT.net.
Disney Dukes, welcome to the stream. So yeah, these guys suck a bunch and they're huge jerks.
Wow. I feel like this is one of those
Barfag,
things
thank you
that
very much
should
for the
be
follow.
recorded so people don't get ideas.
Right.
Welcome to the Illuminati barf bag.
Yep. All right. This fucking picture, dude.
Oh God, this one.
Palm Bay, Florida. A Florida teacher who made national headlines for biting a special needs student was punished with a 2-year vacation.
I saw that coming.
Right?
It's like, that lady definitely eats children. Like, she just has that look.
the old eats babies look, right?
Yup, dude.
She got a 2-year paid vacation from Brevard Public Schools, a $1,000 fine from the Florida Department of Education, and 7 months of probation from the courts. 58-year-old Karen Renee Williams will now be able to continue to teach in the Sunshine State after Florida Department of Education gave her a letter of reprimand rather than revoking her teaching certificate after a administrative order was filed in December of 2017. Go ahead.
How does someone live with the decision of saying we're just gonna put her on probation for 2 years, basically? We're gonna let her teach again. How do you live with that decision?
On and then we'll...
Well, when everyone else in your state is also a Florida man, I think you've got to go for
And you eat babies. It's just like, what are you gonna do?
She was charged with felony child abuse after she bit one of her 3rd grade students in a Columbia Elementary in Palm Bay, Florida.
Fuck, dude.
She was later found guilty of a lesser misdemeanor charge of culpable negligence inflicting bodily harm as a plea agreement. I don't understand.
That's lawyer speak.
How do you plead to being negligent about doing a willful thing?
Right.
Yeah.
You have to make the
God,
decision.
the DA needs to be.
It's like his
fucking
arm looked
voted
like
out right
tiny
now.
rods.
Somebody needs to bite the DA, dude. Like, what is
Yeah.
I mean, in her defense, there are some special needs kids that are like physically violent.
Right.
And you know, we don't know the full extent. Not that I am saying that it was okay. It is never okay, but
Yeah. Yeah, it is
All
hard
right.
to deal with special needs kids.
Right,
You
but
just-
there's a
finding
little bit
them,
more
though,
here
it's
about
like-
it. The special needs student told Department of Children and Family investigators that Williams placed him in a bear hug and that he bit Williams' hand in an attempt to free himself. The student said the teacher retaliated by biting the third grader in the back for like a minute.
oh. See, the for like a minute part is where it's
Right.
Yeah, definitely a baby eater, dude.
Williams denied
Like-
biting the student when questioned by her supervisor, despite there being a noticeable adult-sized bite mark below the child's shoulder blade.
Jesus. She's like a Doberman pinscher.
Right.
She just like locks onto him, just won't let him go.
He got
She's a Florida Gator.
he had a little bit of barbecue sauce on him from lunch, and she just couldn't resist.
Gator don't
I
take
don't know.
no
You
shit.
know, you start thinking about the other angle. Like, this is Florida.
Right.
These are special needs Florida people.
That's fair. Some basic child in the
She could be
population.
a saint. Who knows? You know,
Yeah.
we don't know the whole story.
That's why she's getting the
That's
vacation, right? Okay. All right. So a Florida woman has appeared on a morning talk show about her intimate relationship with objects. In particular, Tetris. So not someone named Tetris, but the game specifically. You guys following along with what's happening here?
No, okay. Say that again.
A Go ahead.
Like,
Oh.
cartridge, right?
Yeah, and the concept of Tetris as well. A
Okay,
Florida
wait, say
woman
this.
appeared on a morning talk show that about talking about her intimate relationship with an object, in particular Tetris. Not someone named Tetris, but the game specifically.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Right?
yeah.
24-year-old Norhul Mahajabin Hassan, who refers to be known as Fractal Tetris Hurricane,
That's amazing.
had spoken about her love of the game and was previously sexually attracted to a calculator named Pierre before she moved on with her old mate Tetris in September of 2016.
I'm gonna do a real PSA. A real
Right.
quick PSA.
Go ahead.
Jerry Springer, I fucking blame you. If you're watching this, I hope you feel guilty as shit laying in your piles of money and fucking blow your brains out. But I can't say that. Can I?
You hope it happens?
You just did.
I just hope it happens.
Right.
Yeah.
The views and opinions
Okay.
of Jason do not reflect the views and opinions of the Skeptalk podcast.
Fucking At the same time, I did love your show and I watched it regularly.
Right.
I'm a huge fan.
Now she spends up to 12 hours a day playing it on websites, her phone, and her Game Boy. While speaking with Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofeld on Monday, she explained their dates often involve playing him for hours in the library. I'm in love with the game himself, and the cartridge is a vessel presenting him, Fractal said. Love is
That's fair.
not something you can explain, but satisfies me, and he's really just beautiful, and I find him attractive.
Well, you know, I always call PUBG like an abusive girlfriend.
Right?
Yeah.
Just you love it, right? You love it. It pisses you off enough. You finally leave it, but you just keep going back.
Yup.
You just keep going back.
Right.
And it's okay with cheating.
You're right.
It's like-
It's okay with cheating when you
Yeah.
aren't.
Yeah.
It goes. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Apocalyptic Diva, thank you very much for 100 bits. You get a little bit of a dance here. We'll dance a little bit longer than the music shows up so that it keeps going, right?
I
well,
know it is stuff.
well, it's all good. I kept going. So, all right. We're gonna go back. We're bringing back "Be the Change," right? This is a segment that we tried not doing last time, and there was almost riots, so we'll do it this time. But if you'll notice, look how fast this is going to load. Come on. There we go. Much better than last time, right?
Nice.
So this is our petition to try to see if we can ever get a petition to 100. Like, we've seen lots of other ones get to over 100, but they seem to be all corporate shills who don't know what's going on. So if you take a second to vote for that, one day we'll get to 100 and we'll find out what the hell happens. Because it says right here, let's get to 100. So... and then our next petition to show off is, of course, our petition to keep us from getting to 100. So
No one has signed this one. That's promising.
Oh, there we go. Six,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, 6. Yeah. It's slowly gaining. When it first started, it only had 1.
Right, and it was me.
Yeah.
Skeptalk signing Jason Landis's. All right.
I love that it says my name up there.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Just giving me up.
Yeah, sorry about that. Doxed you straight hard. But all right, so this is a petition to get butt-shaping gene for men.
There's only 8.
Finally, somebody says it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that little box to load because it takes forever. But so who doesn't like it when a guy has a nice ass? Why let women have all the fun? Shouldn't guys get butt-shaping genes too? Let's face it, men's genes aren't the most flattery in the posterior region, but we're about to change that. Whether you're a guy, gal, gay, or straight, having a nice ass is always a plus. So if you think...
Be yourself.
Yeah. Kate says 100% those already exist, but...
Yeah, they do. They're called skinny jeans.
Yeah, but do they make them for
They're
fat
called
dudes?
dick huggers.
I need butt-shaping genes, Jason.
Me too.
My butt would go from fantastic to exceptional.
Can we finally get the male bra to shape our chestorals?
Right,
Chesticles?
What was that? That's from the old Seinfeld episode, The Bro.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they're calling.
Oh, instead of the
male.
bra?
Yeah, it's the Bro.
That's clever.
Right. All right. So this is a petition to
These
make
are
sure.
from Flat Dad, but
So this is a petition to make sure that no one disrespects Crocodile Dundee.
that's so fair. Holy shit! I'm fucking signing that.
A fake trailer was created teasing a future Crocodile Dundee movie. We're all looking to hire a bounty hunter to show the creators not to disrespect him. We're looking to hire an Australian bounty hunter to punch everyone
amazing.
involved in this project in the gut and show them how the fans of the Outback Hero felt seeing this trailer. We're looking to punish those who disrespect Dundee and to install a fear that makes others not repeat the same mistake.
I think I've seen what this guy's talking about. It was Danny McBride. Apparently, he shot this movie in secret.
Oh, did he?
What? Dude,
Yeah.
Danny McBride's amazing. I'm rejecting this.
Yeah, totally.
If Danny McBride's doing it, I'm sorry.
I'm-
He's way better. How do you unsign? I can't fucking unsign. So mad.
My plan has worked.
How does change.org not have, do you regret signing this petition to stop net neutrality?
Right.
Yeah, it's a reboot.
Dude, I'm going to watch it if it's Danny McBride. He's hilarious.
Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Vice Principals is one of the funniest things I've seen in a very, very long time.
Right?
All right, so here is a petition to make the U.S. military dab instead of salute.
Well,
You dab on them haters. In our country and many places worldwide, the United States military is extremely valuable when people need protection. However, the military is often ignored by many young people whose service would be an asset to our country. A great way to increase the number of young adults in the military would be to make the military into something they will be interested in. Having the recruits dab instead of saluting would be one good way to do this. By changing the military acts, we can change how it's viewed by the young people of America. There's like 100 veterans right now that are just super pissed at me for no reason.
Yeah, I'm not sad at that shit. So American.
Notice I haven't linked it in the chat.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just,
a good idea.
this is just funny.
It is kind of funny. It's funny. I like that. I like what they're going for. At the same time, people would be they would revolt over that shit.
Right, exactly. Barfbag said he would shoot himself. Right?
Pretty fair.
Right.
It's pretty fucking fair.
In full dress uniform.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, tonight we're moving on to our main feature, and it's actually a double feature.
Dun dun dun!
Up first, Jason presents Walt Disney on Ice. I went and got you a font, man.
Oh my god, it's amazing. It looks so much better when you do it. Okay, that's great.
All right, so do you
Okay,
want to
so-
introduce anything here at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't really prepare anything. I just kind of made the slides. So there's some videos coming up.
Right.
Basically, I'm covering the cryogenically frozen Walt Disney.
Excellent.
I'm familiar
Okay.
with
Now-
with the subject.
Right.
Prepare to have your minds motherfucking changed and blown, ladies and gentlemen. I give you slide 1. A video from YouTube.
Yeah, once it loads, it takes a sec.
No worries.
Here we go.
I can't see it.
Can't see it? Is it not sharing? I
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Okay. All right, I gotta get back to it.
Okay, so this video is basically going to explain it all for you. For anybody who doesn't know what it is.
Disneyland is known as a magical place for young and old alike.
It's the happiest place on earth. Is it also a haunted place? Hi everyone,
Oh, this
I'm
is the
Sandra
haunted one.
Matos.
And I'm Michael McCrutton-Tackney, but
I put it in the order you gave me.
Oh shit.
Do you want me to go to a different one first, or?
Not fucking play this one.
All right.
Doesn't matter.
why you should be
These
afraid
guys
of
are really
Disneyland.
cool, by the
Here
way.
for you on
It's so ridiculous, dude.
Have you ever been to Disneyland? It's on my list of
No.
places to
They're
go.
like
I don't know if you
overacting.
still
dude.
wanna go after
I've never
security
been.
cameras,
That's a
they
good
just
question.
caught
That's a good question.
ghost.
Chad, have you ever been to any of the Disney parks?
California, yes.
All right.
I was 4 years old.
And Shayna said yes. Jason, have you ever been to any of the Disney things?
Fucking A, right? I haven't been on every ride that was there before 2000 something.
All right, I've never been. So I mean, the closest I've been
Oh,
is
that's so
fucking
awesome.
Enchanted Forest here in Oregon. Like that's the closest to Disney World I've
Oh
ever
my
been.
God.
But I
Dude,
also
it's amazing.
was at the Enchanted Forest while on cocaine, so it could have been the same.
That's pretty much the same.
Traveling around the park.
Could it be Walt Disney's ghost roaming around his
Disney's
beloved
hilarious.
park after everyone has gone home?
I got a feeling it's Michael Jackson. Like they took away from him Neverland. The guy likes to party, likes to do a little bit of woohoo. Oh.
Jason, what did you pick?
That would be kind of scary.
What is this shit?
The ghost figure
It's like,
appears
dude,
to
these
be
guys
in
are
the form of
fucking
a human,
ridiculous.
and you can actually see it glide through 4
They got
different
circles, dude.
security cameras.
Oh, it's legit.
Circle.
It's legit. It's legit
I-
ghosts.
I
Right
have
here.
It's legit ghost, dude.
YouTube feed as a personal slice of hell.
Right.
Guy, oh my god,
It's
I'm
so ridiculous.
embarrassed for him.
All right, Jason, you call it when we move on from this.
No, keep going.
As it's
I
just
haven't seen this
roaming
whole
around
thing.
the theme park.
What the
At one
fuck?
point, the glowing figure appears to
You
walk
just
on the
picked
water
it.
across a
You're all like,
runway.
type
This video
Disney in
footage
search
was
box.
originally captured back in 2009, but it has
I
received
wanted
a
to be
second
laughing
life
too.
online after someone suggested that it is the ghost of Walt Disney. Now I know for sure that that guy was a chain smoker, so if you see this ghost lighting up, well, there is your check mark, bullseye, bingo. We have a winner.
That's my favorite part.
His proof is worse than me.
It's so bad. It's so good.
If the ghost smokes, it's obviously Walt Disney. it's not
No one else in the history of Disney has smoked ever.
no-
Yep.
not even Grandma Ethel.
Right.
Walt, it's you. Thought they froze that guy.
Walt Disney opened the Florida-based theme park in July 7th.
All right, so
Okay,
they've mentioned
the
it
only reason
once.
I could get this on here is because he said that.
He
Like
said-
the only time they talk about cryogenically
he
anything.
moves right past it. All right, Jason.
All right. It's so funny. How can you stop it now?
Easily. I just pressed this button.
Okay, check the next one.
All right.
Okay, so
Oh, God.
apparently this is way out of order.
Oh, well, I
The-
just.
Maybe it deleted the first one.
Well, no, there's one more, and it's just in the order
This is
that the
actually
Google
supposed
slides.
to be the next after the last one. So,
So we'll go to this one. Right? This the right one?
Oh, I immediately believe everything this guy.
okay, go to the. Yeah, go to that one. Yeah,
Go to this one?
that's good.
Deathbed.
That's
So
good.
he was at the hospital for about a month. So when you're in
This
the
is the one
hospital
that
for about a month,
explains
you
it.
have a
Okay.
lot of time to think about, what happens after you die and stuff. And what I like to look back at is I like to look back at Walt Disney's quotes. And a couple of these says, "All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them." Another one says, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." Interesting. And then the last one at the very bottom says, "When you're curious, you find lots of interesting things to do," which is very funny because if you were on your deathbed, I'm
All right, the first thing I'd like to point out is he said the last one, and he started reading off the second to last one.
sure you're thinking about what happens to you
Those
after you
arguments
die.
are key, dude.
Now, why I believe Walt Disney was frozen is because he was a man of action and he liked to do the impossible. Well, back then, this wasn't really known. It was not a big technology. And the first company that actually came out with it is called the American Cryonics Society, right? And so I found the oldest, company.
Oh, hit the button. It does the thing.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. If I
So
click
what I did is I
anywhere.
started doing a little bit of research on them, and what I found was kind of interesting. Check this out, guys. The American Cryonics Society. It was founded in December 10th of 1966. Wait a second. December 10th of 1966? When did Walt Disney die? Walt
5
Disney died
days
on
fucking
December
later.
10th,
Holy
1966.
shit.
So you're telling me that this company was made 5 days before Walt Disney actually passed away? Now that's kind of funny because they're in California as well, where Walt Disney was dying in his deathbed. So what I had to
Where'd
do
he
is
go?
I had to call these people up.
He was off doing
and figure
research.
out if I could pretend that I had a big celebrity client
This is
that
actually
wanted to
funny.
remain anonymous. Now listen to my phone call, guys. Check it out. It's pretty interesting, and then we'll talk a little bit more after the phone call's over.
Does he actually call this cryogenic place and bother
Yo,
them?
he does, dude.
Cryonics Society, Ashley speaking. How may I direct your call?
Hi, I represent some big clientele, celebrities, and we were trying to use your services, and we just wanted to make sure that we could stay anonymous and that the public wouldn't know that we are using your services.
Yeah, we can accommodate for that.
Cool.
Oh.
I know you guys are an old, you guys are like one of the oldest first companies that have done this, and I just wanted to, have you guys done this before in the past with other like high-profile types of people?
Well, I legally can't answer that, but we can accommodate for your request.
Okay. You,
Dun,
so
dun,
you
dun.
legally can't tell me that you have.
This dude is so smooth. He's the smoothest
Nice. Alright,
motherfucker.
dude.
They're like two kids in a trench coat.
We will let you know.
Passing it as an adult.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. I'm gonna pause it for a second. What the
That's
fuck,
cool.
dude?
That's pretty much it.
But I mean,
No.
I'm gonna have to remember this. I can make evidence. This is great.
Right?
Hello, Bigfoot Spotting Society. I would like to talk. All right. I wanted to address Barfbag, and he asked him if we watched the videos of people trying to sneak into the tunnels of Disney and Epcot. No, but that's now on the list. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
look.
we'll definitely do that and have that on an episode.
All right.
Okay, so, yeah, play this one out.
Fucking creepy Blueface.
That's Walt Disney, bro.
Creepy.
Be respectful.
It's fucking Papa Smurf. Oh, creepy kid noises.
Dude.
Circulatory, right? He was assassinated.
By circles. I love the music.
Right. Or so I gotta have ellipses on both sides.
Yeah. Look at Walt Disney. Oh.
Yeah, we shaved his head, but his mustache, we just left.
Right. Using the word legend has it doesn't add credence to your argument.
Right?
All right.
You just gotta listen to the New York Times. You know, you say sources familiar.
Right.
You don't have to divulge anything.
That's so good.
I love this slideshow video, dude. This is ridiculous.
It's so good.
Do you think that this guy was just insecure that he couldn't even voice over this?
Yeah.
Waiting until the day when science can repair the damage. I should send this guy a voiceover track. Just be like, waiting
Shut
until
up,
the day.
Mom!
Oh, you should reply it, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely reply it.
All right, I'm gonna press on from this video for time.
Okay, no worries.
But now,
Okay, so you guys get the gist of that. So,
was Walt Disney cryogenically frozen in carbonite?
okay, here's my question.
Right.
Oh wait, there should be a question slide.
Oh yeah, you want the next one?
Yeah, maybe. It got all out of order. It looks like it's not in this order on my Google Drive.
Okay. It's very possible that when I exported it, it shuffled them for some reason.
Okay.
You would.
All right. If Walt Disney was unfrozen, what about the world today would you tell him to make him go back into cryo?
Donald Trump is president.
Not Cairo. Not back to Egypt. From the
I don't know if
future.
it was my turn, but
What'd you say?
I said Donald Trump is president.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I knew that was coming.
Chad, I'm gonna let you have it first.
Let me think for a second here.
All right. So you know those kids that you believed in, all that young talent that is gonna be tomorrow? They're eating Tide Pods.
Yeah, I knew that.
Right?
Awesome.
Hitler's cooler failed. I no longer need to resurrect. I shall return to my slumber.
God, how would I make him go back? Just giving him an update on the gender situation.
Yeah.
You're technically possibly a gender, sir.
Exactly. There
are more than two genders, Walt.
Yeah.
There are people who
There are-
identify as Walt Disney as their gender.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I myself identify as an age-64 attack helicopter.
Right,
But
exactly.
Technically, because of the rules that you created and what your business has done, a man from MASH is now a Disney princess.
Yep. Klinger, Corporal Klinger, he qualifies as a Disney princess now.
Yeah. Okay. Last one.
All right. Is it the
Here's
what
what I've learned.
All right.
Disney made the movie Frozen to fucking ruin my searches. Holy shit. You have no idea how much of that I sifted through.
Dude, it's like when I was
put a little
my
modifier like minus Elsa.
right.
Yeah.
When I was
Oh my
researching
God.
the Mothman. The fact that there's a Mothman movie made it so fucking hard. All right. So, the second part of our main stories tonight is fucking lies.
Shit.
I discovered this conspiracy theory a little while back and have been holding it because there's not much to it. So I wanted to make sure I didn't have, like, I had more time to fill, and having Walt Disney there helped. So, these two ships here, can you guys tell me which one of those two is the Titanic?
Well,
Neither.
Titanic had a sister ship.
Right?
So they looked pretty damn similar. I'm not exactly sure,
I
obviously.
think it's the one on the left because the one on the right is just it looks dirtier.
So the one on the left is the Olympic, being maneuvered into
Okay.
dry dock in Belfast for repairs on the morning of March 2nd, 1912, after throwing a propeller blade. The Titanic to the right is moored out on the fitting out wharf. The Olympic would set sail for Southampton on the 7th, concluding the last time the two ships would be photographed together. So, the theory we've got here is that the Titanic never sank, and that the Olympic sank in the Titanic's stead. Right? Now,
Oh, crazy.
why would this be a thing? Why? I mean, like, why would this even be a conspiracy theory? And the answer is pretty simple. Insurance fraud. So to
Was one worth more than the other?
Well, to explain it, we have to go back to the 20th of September in 1911, when the Olympic collided
Alright.
with the HMS Hawk off of the coast of the Isle of Wight. The incident caused problems for the ship's owners, the White Star Line, as this meant it would have to be taken out of service while they repaired it, but it also meant that the maiden voyage of the Titanic had to be put back from March to the 20th of March to the April the 10th. And this is at a time when something that the White Star Line could not afford to do is they had legal bills to pay and the cost of the repairing the Olympic as well. That meant they had to come up with a way to claim back not only the money that they would have missed out due to the Olympic not being in service, the loss of revenue, but also the money they couldn't claim back from the incident because because it was the Olympic's fault. They were denied insurance money, right? So straight up, they ran into another boat. And the insurance was all like, well, you fucked up. So they came up with a plan. The plan was simple: to switch the Olympic with her sister ship, the Titanic, and to sink it to claim compensation.
Oh, shit.
No one would know that they swapped the two ships except the people in charge: J. Bruce Ismay, Lord Pierre, Thomas Andrews, and J.P. Morgan. As if you looked at the two ships when they were sitting beside each other, you could not know which one was which unless you looked at the nameplates on the ships. And as soon as the plan was set into motion, they went about changing the Olympic to look exactly like her sister ship by covering the floors with carpet. And the Olympic has tile flooring, and the passenger crews who had been on the Olympic and the Titanic would have been able to see footprints left by previous passengers. If they didn't do this, people would have wondered why the brand new ship that had no one had ever been on was covered in stains and spilled drinks. And they they took out the B deck from the actual Titanic to replace them with the Olympic's promenade to make the switch all that more believable. So that's the theory, right? Is that they did this.
Crazy.
What proof?
I mean, it makes sense, actually.
Right. What proof do I have
What
of
up,
this?
Benda?
Right.
Yeah.
Many of the richest and most prestigious names in the early 20th century were booked on the Titanic. J.P. Morgan, the international financier who owned the White Star's parent company, was due to travel on the Titanic, but canceled his trip a few days before the departure, claiming illness. J.P. Morgan and other prominent figures canceled at the last minute. The New York Times reported that they discovered this to be a lie, as Morgan was seen perfectly well with his mistress in France on the very day that the Titanic sunk.
Shit.
Industrialist Henry Clay Frick and his wife, banker Horace J. Harding, and billionaire George Washington Vanderbilt, all connected to Morgan, were also among several other prominent figures who canceled at the last minute before taking the ride on the Titanic. So here's some evidence that we've got. Proponents of the swap theory have pointed out that disparities in the number of portholes on the ship. The Olympic had 16 and the Titanic had 14. Photographs taken in the Titanic in dry dock shows it with 14 holes, but by the time its doomed maiden voyage, it now had 16, just like the Olympic. The damage to the Olympic after its collision with the Hawk lent it to a noticeable and permanent 2-degree list to port. The undamaged Titanic had no such list. Lawrence Beasley reported that the Titanic listed to port like the Olympic, however. One second-class passenger surviving the sinking, Lawrence Beasley, later reported that the Titanic did, in fact, list to port. Beasley was a science teacher and considered a reliable observer, and would later write one of the first books about the Titanic disaster. The wreck of the Titanic was discovered by Robert Ballard in 1985, and some evidence from the shipwreck supports the switch theory. The stamp 401, the ID number used for the Titanic at Harland on Wolf, can be seen on the Titanic's propeller. However, some authors suggested that the Titanic's propeller was fitted to the Olympic during its repair following the collision with the Hawk. If true, this would be strong evidence that the vessel on the ocean floor was really Olympic. The wreck of the Titanic was found. Wait, here it is. Where'd the thing about the M and the P go? Okay. What appeared to be the letters M and P can also be seen on the side of the wreck, and that could be the remains of the ship's original etched nameplate, Olympic, covered over with the Titanic's as part of a scam. Right?
So, well.
When it comes down to money, it gets really believable.
Right?
I actually, I do believe that they may have switched the boats. I'm not sure I believe they sunk it intentionally.
The thing would be that they scuttled
my
it,
reasoning,
right?
My reasoning is, like, how many hundreds of people does it take to, like, were they all in on it? Like, sure, we'll sacrifice our lives.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
No. It was like
they
5.
They weren't in on it.
What'd you say?
5 people knew that it was going down, and the rest just died.
Well, right.
But it would also have to be all of these people who worked to change the Olympic into the Titanic and the Titanic into the Olympic. It would take a massive fucking crew, especially to be able to do it in the short time those two boats were in pier together.
Right.
So, like, it would take hundreds of people to be able to do that.
And if any of those poor Irishmen said anything about it, they'd lose the job that supports their family.
Yeah.
Or else.
I mean, hey. Look at, what is it? The Middle Eastern country where there's a lot of problems. You know, well, Saudi Arabia, for one. Like, they bring people in, and they're basically slaves. You know?
Right.
That's not what they signed up for, but, you know, it's like, here, you're stuck here. We're taking your passport, you know. I mean, there's some shady shit, but, again, that is a lot of people to keep quiet.
Right.
But, hey, it could have been outsourced labor that doesn't speak the language, you know? If it was just labor, like, put it over there. Okay, boss, you know?
Right. So here's some reliable evidence I have. It's Huggy Boat 1-1, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Did the Titanic... No.
Hold on.
I was watching a video.
It's coming.
And I saw, like, this YouTuber saying, did the Titanic actually sink? Now, I love the Titanic. Like, I love the movie. Like, if you haven't watched it, you have to watch it. But,
if you can't trust a 5-year-old, who can you trust?
Fair.
The Titanic actually sank. Now, I looked on my phone if this Titanic actually sank. And it said that the Titanic has a sister, the Olympic. And I didn't know the Titanic has a sister. Like, you know, ships. Not really all about the ships. But,
And that was the most evidence I could find. It's really just some little girl. Because I kept finding stuff. Like this. Hold on. I want to close this. Alright. Just wait, dude, it gets so much better.
I saw this, dude. I'm so happy this is what I thought it was. Dude, he's so amazing. Have you seen his other videos?
No.
Dude, he does this to so many songs, and it's so terrible. It's so good.
Is it tongue in cheek? Who cares?
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, that is my presentation on the lies of the Titanic. Was it an actual tragedy, or was just JP Morgan a huge dick?
Right.
Both.
Right?
Both. If you read a book called The History of Cannabis by... Oh, shit, I can't remember the author's name. But anyway, goes into James Anslinger,
Right.
Harry James Anslinger and all that. And J.P. Morgan was one of the big people behind criminalizing hemp.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he was a steel guy. He was He's like, we're making steel cables. Fuck your hemp rope.
Right, exactly.
Much better.
Probably says Titanic deniers. But yeah, so what did you think of being on the podcast, Chatta? Or the talk show, right?
It was fun. Technical difficulties were frustrating, but
Right.
that was on my end. So, what are you gonna do?
Well,
You know?
yeah, exactly.
I call the cable company like expecting to hear like, oh, you have an overdue balance. It wasn't that. They were like, no, we'll send a reset code.
There was just a hiccup, right?
Yeah, it's just, you know how it goes. Just like the start of the stream, man. It's just, you always think you got your ducks in a row, and no.
Oh yeah, exactly. I had everything all set up before we ever even hit start streaming, and then one hiccup in Discord, and all of a sudden everybody's cameras were fucked. So
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
But eventually I was
You just gotta go with it.
Right.
You just gotta go with it.
Exactly. This is gonna be like this for a long time. Barfbag, no. He is not. But yeah, so
No.
yeah. The one thing I wanted to mention, I haven't mentioned it in a couple of episodes. We do have a merch store below, so if you're interested in getting anything that is one of our retarded inside jokes, you can get those in the Teespring store down below. And yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us. It was an excellent episode. I had lots of fun. There was many laughs.
Yeah, it's a blast.
I wish I had more to offer. But...
No, I mean,
no, dude, you were fucking great.
This
dude.
is
Don't even worry
exactly
about
what
it.
we wanted. An outsider's
Essentially,
input on whether or not our stupid shit is funny, right?
And you were laughing, so it
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
Renegade
just want you to
Steel, thank
laugh.
you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Illuminati, taking over the world one follow at a time. Yep. Get some extra small lady sweaters. I could totally do that. What's up for Thursday? I don't actually have a topic yet, but we do have Wes coming back on Thursday because
Nice.
the audience said more Wes.
Man, I have a friend who believes in the fucking flat Earth shit.
Well, I've been
Shut
holding
up.
off.
I wonder if I could get him on.
Okay.
We could.
Here's. Can we just say a word of precaution? So
Not
we
gonna
don't
like
want
us.
any. Yeah, he probably won't like us. One, right? Like, let's be real.
We did this whole conversation at my friend's bachelor party.
Ah,
Not his bachelor party, but my friend from Oregon.
yeah.
Martin is from the Bronx. He's from New York. He was
Gotcha.
trying to convince all of us at the bachelor party. Just a bunch of guys out in the middle of nowhere on the river and just drinking, and oh my god, just kept going, and it just two of the guys were like, "We're going to bed." They just knew
Yeah.
what was coming. They're like, "We're going to bed." I was not one of them. I had to argue all night to deaf ears.
Damn.
I love the guy. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I respected you.
Would he be
Just
willing to
gone.
come on a show like this, where we pretty much would tear him to pieces?
I
For
don't
the
know,
entertainment
man.
of our viewers.
And a
I don't know. I don't know if
feeling.
I'd want to do that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if you like
You
him,
know.
don't send him on here.
No,
Right.
I
Yeah.
won't be nice.
Yeah.
Because I like to say things that cut and make people really regret their decisions.
I hear you, man. I'm the same.
Well, apparently my outro is not working. Stupid outro.
Oh no!
Well, whatever.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, but it's not showing anything. I know we got followers, we got subscribers. Yeah.
You know, I added that to my stream too, and it's all fucked.
Yeah.
It just goes black. I don't know why.
It worked last time. It was really awesome. But yeah, we
It was
picked up
awesome.
we picked up a few followers, picked up a subscriber,
Yeah.
we picked up
Sorry
some
that your
donations.
name's not scrolling up the
Right.
screen, guys.
I'll have to find a better
Yeah, I
one.
had like 6 followers, and I was like, "Oh, this will be awesome." And then, like, I was like, "This is my first time using it. It's gonna look great." It's just black. It's like, God damn it.
Really? I got mine to work, but I just have it doing a transparency.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look
I
into
don't
it. It's very possible that I switched scenes and it like cleared everything or something stupid. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We should do a raid because now that I know where to cut the video, I can be all like
Let's
us
do it.
talking about that shit not working. Basically, it'll work. All right. Based on who I've got going right now, we could do another talk show. I mean, I love supporting other talk shows.
Yeah, let's do it.
One of the apocalyptic who joined
Hopefully
us,
it's not like that last one.
right?
God, that was horrible, dude. I
So-
insulted that man and lady so hard, though.
You know, they've come and
They were
seen
very
our
mad.
store after that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They've dropped by,
Even after I called that one guy overweight Kurt Russell,
right?
and
And
then
then
I called the chick the like
Daniel
Catch Me
Bergoli,
Outside girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Convert to Raid podcast. There is talking about league changes. There's episode 42, Altered Carbonara.
I like this group. Are they cooking and talking about sci-fi shows? Let's fucking do it.
I don't know. Let's take a look.
All right. Yeah.
Altered Carbonara?
Yeah, so Altered Carbon's that new Netflix sci-fi show.
Right.
It's excellent. By the way, if nobody's started it, we're on episode 4. It's fucking so good.
Oh God.
So
Oh,
much
God.
of it is so
Restart the servers. We're all on fire. Oh God.
I think it was a conspiracy to keep Doc from getting to the 400K mark. Because that was the.
Oh, they're talking about Dr. Disrespect right now.
So
he's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Hold on.
highly
See if we find something.
Okay.
I want to find something super entertaining, right?
Yeah.
We've got talking about random shit, entertaining nonetheless. We've got Trailer Park Overnight Encore. The fuck is Trailer Park Overnight?
I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Oh, they're watching fucking anime.
Ow.
Yeah, that's not a talk show.
That sounds like Alex Jones.
I really wanted it to be just like a
Love it.
live stream of some guy's trailer park or something. That would be awesome. There's a podcast called Please Ignore Testing Shit. We could
Just go fuck it up. Your sound is
I wish
trash.
that Cody might have muted his mic before he left. Did you make it?
Let's do it. Rate him.
All right.
Rate him.
Did I make it?
Watch
No,
it.
I was
Rate
just
him.
throwing it at
Put him
camera
on the
for no
spot.
reason.
Oh my god.
Don't tell me what
At least
to
at the
do.
camera.
Look at these guys. This is
Yeah.
I
great.
think so. I just don't like.
Don't
the
tell
green
me
apple
to
flavor.
ignore.
Perfect, dude.
Play of what? We should play iDarb. What's iDarb?
Yeah, play iDarb, guys.
All right, hold on,
Let's-
I'm going in.
Oh, shit.
I gotta
can't hear
get my.
Chatta.
But it looks like you just hit it and it just fell. So I would,
Actually, hit my monitor.
I would say it counts though.
Oh, hold on.
Holding.
Throw it.
All right, there we go.
Close enough.
I caught it, dude.
And you caught it? Oh my god, you're so talented. I wish one day I could grow up and be just like you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Later,
You get that a
Barkbag.
lot, don't you?
Thanks for watching, brother.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, my brother tells me that.
Welcome
The best
to the
game on the
Illuminati,
planet.
everybody.
Please explain, Ben. What is the quote best game on the
The
planet?
Illuminati.
For a second, I thought I left my soda at work. I was about to
Dora the
cry.
Explorer.
Dora